Last night, as I said, was an ugly night all across this nation. It was an ugly night across this state. We had a number of protests all across the state. New York City, cities upstate. We've seen a lot of disturbing video about the protests, and where I've asked the Attorney General to review the New York City protests and the actions and procedures that were used.
It has to be investigated systematically. Everything needs to be looked at. I don't want to get in with could they have done this thing, that thing, because I wasn't there and I don't know the nuances of it. I know what happened I don't like. I don't ever want to see a police officer do that, period, ever. But I also know that there was an extremely dangerous situation, and the one thing they couldn't do was stay there. So rather than me theorize, let's get you the facts of both the police investigation and the independent investigation. Look, I've seen that video, and I've obviously heard about a number of other incidents. It's inappropriate for protesters to surround a police vehicle and threaten police officers. That's wrong on its face, and that hasn't happened in the history of protest in this city. I've been watching protests for decades. People don't do that. And so it's clear that a different element has come into play here, who are trying to hurt police officers and trying to damage their vehicles. And if a police officer is in that situation, they have to get out of that situation. The video was upsetting, and I wish the officers hadn't done that, but I also understood that they didn't start the situation. I'm not going to blame officers who were trying to deal with an absolutely impossible situation. The folks who were converging on that police car did the wrong thing to begin with, and they created an untenable situation. I wish the officers had found a different approach, but let's begin at the beginning. The protesters in that video did the wrong thing to surround that police car, period. Thank you, everyone.